How it looks is not always how it is. Beautiful Caracas can deceive. Pockets of comfort, of smiles, of wealth, and even in this place of hunger and crisis, pockets of plenty. A full market could tempt some to scoff at the idea Venezuela is in trouble, but start doing the math. Most live on basically $13 a month. A kilo of peppers would take nearly all of it. I come here to buy, but it's too expensive, this woman told us. With 400 bolivars, I can't get anything. And then there's this, University Hospital of Caracas, one of the biggest, most established in the city. It looks busy, looks well-staffed, and then you go inside. Dark because there's barely functioning electricity and few replacement bulbs. Piles and piles of bottles the patients have to fill themselves because there's no running water. A kitchen that doesn't have food and constant traffic on the stairs because there aren't many other options. So this hospital has 11 banks of elevators and only one of them works and only works sometimes, which means in order to move the patients up to the operating room on the 6th floor, the only functioning operating room, they have to bring them up through this ramp. Deep inside the hospital, staff who sometimes sleep here because they say they can't afford bus fare home. It's the patients who linger who really worry them. They can get maybe treatment for 3 or 4 days, this nurse says, but then what happens? Then the other days, the patients stay there waiting for I don't know what. Waiting just like 18-year-old Kivius Rivas is waiting. You okay? But he's not okay. And it's hard to look at, but see his thigh? Most of his femur had to be removed because infection was eating the bone. His parents, who sleep and cook next to his bed, say he needs antibiotics multiple times a day, yet everyone is cutting back. There aren't enough antibiotics in the country, his father said. Yesterday, they didn't put any more in. This is not a one-off. In a futile search, staff of the hospital approached strangers, even us, asking for specific medications. And then we met this young man, recovering from a 4-year-old wound. His aunt said they spent their money on an antibacterial mattress, but now they can't get enough of the antibiotics you see him being administered here. They have to do it 3 times a day. She said yesterday we skipped the one at 5 p.m. so it would stretch. But they can't get ahead of the infection like this. Everything is a choice. The mattress matters, as some have been thrown out because they were full of the mites that cause scabies. There are no supplies to disinfect them. The hospital staff took chances showing us around, but they said they did it because it's the truth and they've had enough. So many seem to have had enough. In another moment where perceptions can fool, what looks like just another rush hour traffic jam isn't. It's a protest. Hospital workers blocking the road, angry with not being paid. We can't buy anything, this man said. We have no access to medicine, no access to anything. They blocked the road, but not patients. The woman with a baby right there ushered onto a motorbike towards a hospital that may not have anything to offer.
That's Adrian in Venezuela. And a note about the aid that the U.S. sent to Venezuela. Most of it remains blocked by the Maduro government at the Colombian border. Maduro called the aid offer a macabre game, given the fact that U.S. sanctions prevent his government from getting at roughly $10 billion in offshore assets.